Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are discussing how to handle stress, and stress can be two different kinds: short-term stress and long-term stress. So the tips we are sharing today can be applied to both different kinds of stresses. So without further ado, let's dive in. Tip number 1: take slow deep breaths. When we are stressed, we basically tend to be nervous, and we breathe very heavily, and we don't use that pause that we needed so badly in this time. So when you are stressed, next time take a long deep breaths. Wait for a few minutes, take a couple of breaths, and you see that slowly your stress will go down. Tip number 2: take time to disconnect and meditate. Disconnection is super important in our life because we are stressed, we are all the time focusing on something, and this gives us more stress. So if you want to get rid of this, you should get the time to disconnect yourself and meditate. Meditation, when we do meditation, we don't basically think anything, and this is how we can get the break that our brain is needing so badly. Tip number 3: remember to communicate. Communication is super important. We often miscommunicate a lot, and this is what is causing us the stress, that unnecessary stress that we don't need in our life. So remember what you are stressed about. Maybe you are stressed about a project and you need some update. So you communicate with that person who will give you the update. Once you have the update, you will not be stressed. So eliminate the situation from your life. So better communicate all the time. If you are stressed about your partner, communicate with them. If you are stressed about your family member, communicate with them. If you are stressed about a project, communicate with your project member and be updated all the time. So this way you can avoid a lot of things. We made a video some time back, how to avoid miscommunication. We are going to link that video in the description box below. If you want, check it out, and this way you can avoid a lot of miscommunication and can communicate better in your professional and personal life. Tip number 4: accept what you cannot change. Sometimes we have something in our life that we cannot change. We don't have the control over in our hand. For instance, I am a cancer survivor. When I was diagnosed with cancer, I didn't have any control over my life, but I had the control with our own choice. What I want to do, how I want to see my life. I saw my life gracefully walking around, traveling the world again. And this is exactly what I'm doing right now. But at that time, I didn't have a choice. I could cry and bang my head and got bashed and happily go through the treatment that I have went through. So I decided the second one. I decided to be happy. I decided to utilize my time to my best ability. And so accept what you cannot change. Sometimes maybe you're having difficulties in your work and you don't have any power over your boss, you don't have any power over other people, but you have the power over yourself. You can change the way you think. My mentor always says something that if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change the way you think about it. So yes, accept what you cannot change and change what you can. Tip number 5: stay positive. No problem in the world is a never-ending problem. That means every problem has an end. So no matter what difficulties you're going through, no matter what stress you're going through right now, it also has an end. So stay positive and stay focused and work on the problem that you have right now to solve it, not to make it worse. Tip number 6: take off your progress on a to-do list. It tends to overwhelm with a lot of work, and we forget to do a to-do list, and we miss a lot of things at the end of the day. So make a to-do list and figure it out what else you need to do to overcome the stress you have. So when you have a lot of work, when you make a to-do list, you basically don't miss anything. Even if you miss something, you can take a look next day and work on that. This way you will not have a problem, and this way you can avoid a lot of stress that you might have unnecessarily. Tip number 7: remember to exercise. Exercise is important, but we hardly do in this world because we have Uber, we have all these services that we don't have to go out to eat, we don't have to go out to grocery, we don't have to go out to find a vehicle to go somewhere. Everything is our fingertip, and this is how we have become a potato. And we're basically spending a lot of time in the couch, and we don't exercise, we don't move our body as much as we should do. So when you exercise, your body releases endorphin. It's a feel-good hormone, and your mind also releases anandamide. This is also a hormone to make you feel good about it. So when you're feeling down, Set up a music and just dance your butt off or do your exercise. You will feel good no matter what you are going through. But if you are going through a physical challenges, you may consult to your doctor whether you should do exercise or not. But as far as we understand, mild exercise is okay for everybody, unless you are going through a surgery or you are going through a serious illness that your doctor has restricted you to do any kind of physical activities. Tip number 8, eat healthy. Eating healthy is super important because our body needs nutrition, and we don't put all the nutrition that we generally need on a daily basis to function well. So when we don't have enough nutrition, our body goes through different stress, and that's why we should give the proper nutrition to our body so it can function well and stress free. And for that, you can have a healthy, balanced diet throughout your life, throughout the day. If you can't have it, you can also add some vitamin supplements or nutritional yeast into your diet to have the basic supply of the nutrition that you really need. Tip number 9, have a well-organized, uncluttered environment. When you have an organized environment, you see that your mind functions well because your mind knows exactly which one is where, and you can easily find it when you need it. But if you have an uncluttered environment, you will not find when you need it. So your mind knows about it and your mind gets stressed. And you imagine you go to a very nice, tidy and cozy place, your mind automatically gets uplifted because your environment has a impact into your mind. And when you walk into a messy environment, your mind gets cluttered and you don't feel good. You don't feel so welcoming. You don't feel so homely about it. So yes, you have a uncluttered, well-organized environment to feel stress-free, at the same time to boost your mood naturally. We made a video some time back about how to boost your mood naturally. We are also linking the video in the description box below. Take a look. Tip number 10, don't procrastinate. Procrastination is something that we often think it's laziness, but it's actually not. Laziness and procrastination is two different things, and you have to identify whether you are being lazy or you are being procrastinated. If you are procrastinating, then we made a video some time back how not to procrastinate or how to avoid procrastination. You can check that up in the description box below. And yes, so don't procrastinate. Procrastination is dangerous. It's harmful for your health. It's harmful for your mental well-being. It is harmful for your life. So yes, that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for watching our video. See you soon.